Pa. Hello everyone! Greetings to my early day stream. How is everyone doing? Tell me. We'll continue on like sculpting more Skaven pieces, and just right before stream I was looking at some references. Today we're gonna start with making Skaven knoll holes, and because what I have in mind that these will be mostly like brick structures, ruined brick structures. Think of Mordheim, right? So imagine like a crumbled tower, and I want this set to have these knoll holes, but also smaller ones, and they can be located on the sides of this terrain, you know? So the glowing effect will be really striking. Not just these big ones, but I want them to be part of every single piece. So I think we'll be sculpting different size variations. It's gonna be something that no one did before. And I see they're also carving these Skaven runes on the sides. Anyway, I just wanted to show you right from the start something I'm working on. This is the pale mushroom spider mount for a general of my Nurgle army. And this is his rider. These ones will be really big. It's gonna be gigantic. So more than I think like 130 millimeter base, something like this, right? Anyway, let's open our Skaven terrain file. Hello Martin, hello Jake C. Wolf, hello Gaterox. Yeah, it's gonna be really nasty. So this is our working file for the Skaven. We can get rid of these. You. Okay, go. So all we will leave here is this Skaven logo, and I will hide it right away. So our knoll holes will be different. They will not be coming out of the ground. So as you can see, these official ones from workshop are stones on the side, and since our set will be like predominantly bricks, I want this opening to be brick and structures. Let's make our own. So first we gonna create a base, so we have something to work with. So let's fetch ourselves a ball. Alright, this subdivision surface, let's give it nice, like 4. Now let's play first with the shape a bit. Oh no, that's too much. Too many polygons. We don't want to like overdo it polygon wise, right? This is weird thing which Blender sometimes do, and that is that whenever you create a ball, it automatically creates in the like inverted with negative normals, which are the values the Blender decides whether it's like positive or negative, and sometimes this happens, so it's kind of weird. Let's check. Let's do it another way. How is everyone doing, guys? Hello, hello, good morning. Okay, doesn't have to be... You see, this one is normal now. Normals are normal, but the first one was negative. For some weird reason. So let's create... You keep me company while I drive you. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad that we can hang out this way. So what I'm doing now is I'm doing like a base for the no hole before we start doing bricks and stuff. So I require a smooth surface. Smooth surface. Here will be the portal itself. Good, it is super stupid early where I am, 2 AM. Wow, it's early or is it late? You just woke up or you haven't slept yet? That's the main question. Hello, Haro, yo. Okay, this will do for now. At least we have something basic, and I'm gonna snip it in half. Yeah, this will do. So bullying the crap out of it. So I updated the official streaming schedule. So from this day I will stream every day except Sunday and Saturday until we add additional day of gaming streams. So the schedule goes follows: Monday evening stream, so 9 to, as usual, 9 p.m. Tuesday 10 a.m. Wednesday 9 p.m. Thursday 10 a.m. Friday 9 p.m. I also uploaded the schedule. Well, I will upload it into the story on my Instagram, so it will be pinned there for anyone to have it as a reference. So we now be seeing each other every day. Ain't it great, guys? So 6 p.m. in Australia. Well, that's a beautiful time, right, to watch a stream. I saw that the Elden Ring is getting DLC, and I'm very, very tempted to play it finally. Because that game I watched like a full walkthrough as inspiration for my creations, like terrain-wise and unit-wise, and it's a beautiful game. That's a beautiful game. I'm thinking to play it, but I heard that it's like stupidly hard. So let's see if I can like finish it. Okay, we fetch one brick. Let's actually make a few more bricks. So again, we're gonna be making different variation of these no-holes, all from small up to large. So that means that we need to create a couple more bricks. So, for example, this will be maybe a longer one. So we have one medium, one long. All right. And maybe one like cubicle or flat, no, one cubicle. This is no, one flat. and one cubicle. After we are done with the no holes, I want to make blacks, which if you like see my work, there was one. Let me just show you if I'm what I want to do next. So we have already like the skull windows. I'm thinking of making one for Skaven themed, and that will be like recasted. But I want to show you something different. Yeah, okay, here. This is what I've done for the Cthulhu set. But as you can see, these plaques, these are from the workshop, from I believe Mausoleum set. So I want to do something similar for different variations. So this for Skaven, for this set, and that will be, once printed, it will be recasted into silicone and later in plaster. So that's gonna be like a main buffer for the terrain. So something like this we're gonna do after the no holes, with the Skaven logo on a few runes. Because this is something which makes your terrain pop. Such small pieces which are like breaking the monotony of like a standard brickwork. Okay, anyway, let's do the cubicle thing, and off to texturing the bricks. So this one is nice. Let's do this one. Let's do this one. Once we lay them down, we're going to be further texturing them. So place them here so we can create copies. This will be our master bricks, right? So our very first no hole will be the small one. So just a few bricks. What do you say? Yeah. Oh, I'm behind. Also, Dark Souls games have really cool terrain designs. Yeah, that's what I was like watching walkthroughs through them, and they are beautiful. I haven't played, but one of my friends asked me if I'm a beginner on PlayStation, he would be able to play it. I told her no, because I think it's a hard game. Yeah, it's a very hard game, what I've seen. It's one of the hardest, actually. But you know what is the hardest PlayStation game I ever played? Like, as a completionist, is the Crash 4. It's about time. Some levels there are absolutely insanely hard. Insanely hard. I know, guys, if you play it, but especially the very last level, I swear I had like hundreds, literally hundreds of deaths. And I never completed like fully. I just, okay, I finished the game like any %, but when I was trying to do the relics and like all gems, it was a pure nightmare. So let's lay the bricks. One smaller coming out of the side. Like here. And before the stream I ordered 10 kg of resin from Elegoo, because they have the best resin for the printing. Actually they're having discount now. I paid for 10 kg of resin, so 10 liters, 165 euro and free shipping. It's literally the best deal I've ever seen. And that resin is good, it's like godlike. I'm printing in gray one, because that's the, in my opinion, best color for your prints, because you see details, it just looks good. I never understood why some people print in like these translucent resins, like the translucent green and stuff. The details are so obscure, and worst is like translucent white. Unless you are doing some like a magical water effects, I don't really see why would anyone do that. And also this water soluble resin, that's also something I will never understand. Because even though they say it's like water soluble, it's not that easy. So I prefer like a normal resin, and I leave the resin in the tank like all the time. So it depends on how well the print went. I leave the resin there. If something stays in the wet, then of course I need to like clean it. But again, majority of the time I'm just leaving resin in the tank of in my printer. Yeah, what I've seen in other streamers, like especially the gaming ones, when they are going through Elden Ring or Dark Souls, you literally have to check tutorials on YouTube, boss guides. When it comes to difficult like raids or the boss mechanics, I used to be like a hardcore World of Warcraft raider, and we used to progress Mythic Archimond in Hellfire Citadel. That was a pure nightmare. I hardly doubt anything in like any game could top that. It was so difficult, so hard. Alright, so... Also in the Legion expansion, but I was not like hardcore raiding there, I was just more like a casual. The Fallen Avatar in Tomb of Sargeras. That was something. Insanely amount of vibes which we got there. Yeah, people buy resin like those because they think it's cool and saves the around. I don't know. I don't think the water soluble resin like saves the environment at all, because still it's a toxic chemical and you cannot just dispose it in the tank. Like God forbid you will flush it in the toilet. So you still need to have to extra procedure to get rid of all the waste. And I've tried and I got so pissed because it's not water is not soluing it that efficiently. So you have to literally like scrape it from the tank and use a lot of sponges. And the reason, you may be asking me, why am I not cleaning the tank? Why am I leaving resin? For a simple reason is that every time, let's say you clean the vat, you decide to clean the vat after each printing, right? So you finish your printing, then you like pour the remaining resin from the wet back to the resin bottle, and then you have this residual on the tank. So what you have to do is like to wipe it with the paper towels and clean the tank. And what this will do, that it's scratching the FAP in the tank, and that is something which, if you do it like often, after a couple of cleanings, the vat is scratched. And for my like previous printer for the Anycubic, I changed already like 3 or 4 times the fab filter. For the GK2, no, because I am leaving the resin basically there. So we have something like this for the basic no hole. Let's connect all these bricks together so later we can texture them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It should be easy connection. Let's save it first, and then go into edit mode and unionize it. Use water if you game on a submarine, so if you cut it, then we can figure your minis. Hi, hello Tetrahedracon. Good morning. I used the water soluble resin because they sent me one for testing, and I was really cursing through my breath because I got so pissed. It got dirty, and of course if you are like using different resin before, like they cannot mix because then the print will fail, so you cannot mix the water soluble resin with the normal resin. Everything got dirty, I got pissed, so I vowed myself I will not experiment with resins anymore, because I literally found the best resin, and that's the Elegoo, and I'm not sponsored for the record, so this is something which I chose from my own will, and rightfully so, because I've tried and I'm using it on daily basis and it's literally the best. So I ran out. Today I needed to like restock, so I checked their page and I see that it's on discount, so I grabbed the 10 kg pack with free shipping for 165. It's a steal. Okay, let's make the no hole, shall we? So if you look at the no holes, it's the portal is somehow twisting her. You can try this cloth brush. So grab it and then it froze. Blender, if you put the high amount of polygons, it freezes all the time. That's why, you see, no, it's shit. I do not recommend it, so we do it manually. I have a brush for the spiral. Look, I will show you. But I'm not sure if it's like desirable for this. Where are you? Here. This looks like shit. It's so basic. No, we have to do it manually. Why not? Maybe first layer like a few wrinkles by these brushes, such as these, just so we know, just so we have these wrinkles at least sketched. Then we can manually like correct it. Don't get scared. Of course we're gonna fix it properly. So I'll need to have this uneven, like warp-like looking look. And I want them, none of those two to be alike. So not just the magic, but to create this illusion that it's almost like a gas slash liquid substance. Because take into consideration that we have to paint it later, right? And I saw some of the pieces have this like warp lightning going from it, and that I don't like, so we won't do it. Alright, that's nice. This is nice. Maybe let's add more wrinkles. With this brush. Well, what will the Zinch environment even look like if you were to create something? What do you create to represent the god of change? I would go definitely with some Cthulhu-like architecture, so that means some kind of monoliths with runes, also eyes, a lot of eyes. That means that imagine, I will show you what I mean. And good question, brother. Glad that you asked. Because Zinch is like very Cthulhu-like, right? So I'm thinking something like this. Right? This was made for Cthulhu terrain, obviously, but it can overlap with the Zinch architecture. So think of the structures like this very ancient, monolithic-like, pyramid-like, engraved with runes. Now you can replace these skulls with something else. Also, let me see if I have something else. No, I think no. I had also like this cubicle. For example, this one, right? Look, this is really Cthulhu-like, Zinch-like. So this absolutely insane eldritch-looking architecture. Because Zinch is like the most, the Zinch was made mostly based on Cthulhu and Lovecraftian mythos. So you can like draw from that. Also you can make these purple tentacles coming out of something. Hello Rax Gaming Cafe. I've been good, and you? Thank you. Needs more flesh with eyes. Well, it depends on what you like seeking, because there are no rules when it comes to like creating chaos stuff, because even in the lore is explicitly written, even when it comes to demons, that for example no Lord of Change is alike, so they're just doing them similar in the games for like the budget purposes, but according to lore, Zinch demons are very different from another, so you can go batshit crazy with your designing. Alright, we have first like no hole, almost done. Let me probably tone down a bit so it's not that bubbly. So tone down this. Alright. Now let's switch to bricks and texture those. So first give them stone textures. So go into orb and fetch ourselves the orb brush and go low poly like this, right? This is the smallest no hole of them all. So this will be like placed on top of the buildings, on the side of the buildings. I like the idea that, imagine like structure, for example tower, and again I will show you what I mean, because I suck at explaining. Yeah, imagine this, right? So you have a structure, imagining the green turquoise scheme, and for example the gnoll hole will go from the side. Like absolute randomness. The Skaven created portals, it broke the bricks, they flew away, and there's a portal so they can jump in and out. So that's why I'm doing it first, a small one. I'm telling you guys, this set will be absolutely amazing. And for the next one, when it comes to fantasy, I've still not decided. So if you want, you can book a commission and we can think of something. And if not, I will decide what we do. Probably I will go with something desert-like, like Egyptian slash Cthulhu again. Skulls and all that jazz, and like Egyptian architecture. Let's see why it is like. Let's break a few of these bricks down. What happened? Alright, go back to orb brush. Okay, I like how it looks like already. Now let's see if we can further damage it. No. Now we will chip them away. Oh, this one. This is the best brush for damage. A little bit more powerful. So I'm thinking I'll set strength to 0.2. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. Alright. Hey Fabian, how are you? Hello, no quality. Hello, no quality. Again, and Microsoft is gonna start playing and building 40k and getting our first model Friday. Nice. Hello, Bob. I hear that you are suffering from a rare condition called meteorism. Is that true? Yeah, of course. That's a good inside joke what we have in the office. So basically in my corporate job, I was working there for 9 years, and it's my excuse to rip out loud farts in the office was that I have this condition called meteorism, and anytime someone laughed, I just told them like, you are laughing at sick person, you should not be proud of yourself. That was the good times. Let's just say I was not made for the office work, alright? Okay, we'll fetch the chipping brushes. I'm fine too, I'm just making my home office better with your stream. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad to keep you company. So now we are chipping the bricks. And you may see that the detail is not that great because the polygon count is lower, but that's alright. I will show you how it looks like once it's smooth. Shade smooth, so it doesn't matter because this one will be printed very small. Like I'm thinking like up to 4 centimeters at max. Because this is another important thing which you have to consider as a sculptor. All your sculpts take insane batshit amount of space. So we are talking about hundreds of gigabytes, and you need to have like very good space management. So I'm paying like a Google hard drive. So I have these 200 terabytes, I think. But still, you need to like circle around these. You need to decide what to delete, and you have to have really good space management. So in situations like this, when you know that this no-hole will not be printed large, so you can get away with like smaller details, then do it. By the way, one detail sculpt, for example, the troll leech is about 1 gigabyte. And that's a lot if you have like hundreds of them. Okay, we get the bricks done. Let's just put a few cracks. Choose this one. And now I'm considering to putting skulls on that, but probably no, because we want to break the monotony as much as possible. Yes. Alright, all what's left to do in this small no-hole is to like merge these two geosets. Again, this is important because always merge geosets. It saves the space a lot. Morning, hello Federico. Buongiorno. Honingyan, hello. Hope you have a good one. Thank you. You too. Now, we merged it, and see what I'm talking about. If the two geosets were not merged, that means that here details will be also in the inside, and they are like inefficient from two reasons. One, it's unnecessary obstructing or burdening the printer, so whenever you want to print it hollow, it wouldn't be possible and it would pull. And B, you just deleted all these polygons which will never be seen. And now the last thing for this piece to do is to even it like this, so this brick is not going and obstructing. It needs to be flat, that's my point, because it will be on the sides and on the ground. So let's again use our boolean function, and we have ourselves our no-hole, and just gently scrape the walls, so these edges are not too sharp. Also, that's not good for a 3D printer, because once you cut anything with a boolean function, it immediately like reduces the polygon count to almost 0. And also do it in here. We want to break it as much as possible. And the last thing to do to make a signature. There's a few reasons why I'm doing this. Oh. wasn't a good idea because I didn't select the front faces only, and that means that it's basically coming out of the other edge, and that's not what we want. So again, it's good if you texture the bottom of it. Again, so it's not overburdening the printer with like low polygon count surface, because that is a recipe for failed print. Alright, let's save this. Why this? Wait, I need to go back a second. And I need to figure out why is this like front pull down, like why is it destroying polygons? Let me try something. Okay, this should be. If you are sculpting, make sure all your brushes are selected with this if you're doing dynamic topology. So front faces only. If you have not clicked this, it will happen what just happened a few seconds ago, and then the polygons on the other side will distort and it will ruin your piece. And this is like a disaster for a beginner. Alright, let me just save this one and we will preview it for a second. So now, and let's check it. This is what we've done rather quickly. So this is the first no hole. This one will be like on the sides, like a lot of them will be located on the terrain. Now what Chaos Prince Primarch will return to the settings next? I think Perturabo, like I heard the rumors that he's coming back. So it's the first no hole. After the stream I will send it to the client. Alright, let's continue. So now we're gonna make a big one. Bigger one. And then I want to replicate what we've done on the last Chaos set, and that is the Skaven statue on the main terrain piece. On the centerpiece will be, we can make one again. So we will do circle stone pool with like warp tainted water, so like a greenish glowing stuff. And I think like a statue of horned rat coming out of the pool. So giant Skaven god with arms in this position, a half body submerged in the portal will come out. And then we can actually do on tomorrow evening stream. It will take a longer time. We will definitely not do it on one sitting, because that will be a very detailed piece. Yes, but this is what we will do for sure. This is, as you can see, I just came up with that idea as I was like doing this, and I have to say, I absolutely love these moments when just idea just pops in your head out of nowhere, because you can many times like sit behind the computer and trying to forcefully figure out something, but in other situation, out of fucking nowhere, the idea just pops. Let me just Google how the horned rat look like. Ah, yes. This is exactly what I meant. This is exactly what I meant. Fuck yeah. Even the position match. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? This was exactly what my brain just conjured. So, we're gonna do the horned rat in this position, coming out of the portal, and that's gonna be statue, not like the deity. And what I really dig is these runes on his claws, right? So that's what we're gonna do. It's gonna be amazing. Let me just save this for reference. Where is it? Here. Okay. Anyway, back to sculpting our gnarly holes. Hello, Balint. Everything is all right. And why not make like a miniature for the horned rat itself? Well, imagine avatar of horned rat. I know that like vermin lords are supposed to be that, but I want to make like a physical manifestation, at least a partial manifestation of horned rat. I will ask a client if he's okay with that, because initially I was supposed to sculpt the Skaven abomination, but I like this idea more, to make like a horned rat. Probably I'll be the first one to do that. But I now just cannot stop thinking about it. Yeah, so tomorrow's stream we're gonna be sculpting horned rat. Yes. Hello Timothy, good morning. What a way to rise. Yeah, rise and shine. Exactly. So who is excited for live sculpting of the horned rat? Nice. Well, my client like did not know about it yet, but I hope he will not object. I think the idea is great. Nah, I will convince him. And also I want to make in the future, not now, and I'm toying with the idea of creating like a Skaven for 40k. So like more futuristic weapons. So when it comes to sculpting a new army, the hardest thing is to like do this basic doodads, I call them. So that means like arms, legs, faces. But once you like done this, you can like combine them and literally start making like dozens of miniatures. yes, it's on my to-do list, definitely. But first, I think I want to do the Chaos Orcs. Chaos Tainted Orcs. If you make a 40k Skaven army, I want it to... Nice! If I get enough hype, I'll do it. And I will do it anyway, but maybe we'll do it sooner. If people are like pumped to see it. I don't know why the Skaven does not exist in 40k. It's so much... The opportunity is wasted. Because they should have exist for a long time already. Imagine Skaven Titan. Or like this monstrous construction. And I think they would like fare well in a 40k. With their like way of thinking. That should be... They are fitting for the universe, that's my point. Wait, I just... I think that Games Workshop didn't put them in 40k for some lore reason. Well, yeah, it's a wasted potential. And especially if like they have no boundaries when it comes to bending lore. So the lore is getting retconned all the time. So I don't see a reason why not to add them. Also, I have impression that 40k timeline right now is getting too slow. Like not enough things are happening, and that should be like way faster. Everybody is waiting what will come up with the Emperor, or when he will finally like respawn or ascend as a god of order, or what. Also, let's see the climax between Angron and Gazgul. But all they do is care about like the tabletop game, so they are like putting out lore around the codexes. But what I would prefer is like more fast-paced, like linear books and like updates of what is going on. Because this is far more than just a tabletop now, I think. I still think it's one of the it's the most well-established sci-fi ever made. And nothing comes even close to 40k. I'm serious. But I think that they should like care more about lore and not just care about like tabletop. Because I'm pretty sure that their sales will be getting lower and lower as like 3D printing advances, and you have so many like amateur sculptors which are doing insanely good job of producing high quality minis. So they will have to like transfer the modus operandi of doing business. Because buying plastic kits is not future. It's definitely not future. When you have a machine which you produce like finished, high detailed miniature, like for a fraction of a price, and right now in higher details. So I think they should more focus on the lore now, and it's like renting and selling their IP, than focusing on plastic figures. What do you think, guys? Tell me. Hello, Fireflash. Rat King and Horde, can't wait to see your ideas to creation. Yeah, thank you. Oh, that's gonna be great. At least I hope. I will do everything to make it great. You know me, guys. Can you recommend any 40k books for me? I'm new to almost finished my first book, Valdor, Birth of the Imperium. I recommend to everyone to read Storm of Iron. It's one of the best rated, if not the best rated book from 40k. It's from Graham McNeil, who is like one of the best authors of books in general. So yeah, read that. It's very engaging, very interesting. It's just awesome book. You said last time you want to buy another 3D printer. In that case, will you keep your old one or you will sell? No, I want additional one. So because the GK2 is still perfect, so I want to buy another GK2 and have 2 of them. Because sometimes my printing schedule is tight and I'm limited for waiting time, because GK2 is printing rather slowly. With the settings I have, there are far quicker 3D printers out there. However, the quality far outweighs the printing time. Because I have my custom settings on the GK2, so I customize them for the maximum result, and it takes a bit long. It takes a bit long. So let's say, okay. For example, this huge fella. He was printing about like 17 hours. So I turned on the printer at, let's say, 7 p.m. and next day, slightly over the lunch, it was finished. So that's why I want another one. You know what I sculpted last time? I sculpted printing cup. So I've scanned their, I 3D scanned the workshop cup, upscale it because this little thing is too small, especially for my hand. So I make it bigger. I put like a texture on it, like a brick texture, and yeah, I will test print it and then I'll let you know. I can literally make a cup with like a paint, how to say it? Yeah, painting cup with your name or your logo. Somebody in the comments, like on my last reel, said that apparently I have too much free time. I have no free time. I'm always late and always... No, I'm not late, but I am behind the schedule because I always either forget something or I have too much to work. Oh, big Garo fan here, one of the best models I ever painted top level. Nice. How much do they cost in Slovakia? I live in 20 minutes from the border. I'd rather get it cheaper from there. Well, all of them you are ordering basically from China, which they have like their how to say it, warehouses here. So I think we all getting it for the same price, and the price is currently $850. But again, I still stand behind my word. It's worth it. The resin heating system is revolutionary, and as I mentioned like a million times already, cold resin is the #1 reason of your failed prints. So there's like 80% chance when your printing fails that your resin was too cold. And for the environment which I live in, especially in the winter, I mean, we don't have cold winters, but humid, right? And it can get like really, the resin will get cold, that's my point. Alright, I connected the bricks. Now let's make the pool. First save it. Let's make the pool. So I'm just sketching the gnarly warping. Okay, and now let's play with it. Have you ever designed orcs yourself? Yes, look. I will show you something. Well, somebody is using my name. It's not nice. Alright, let's go into sci-fi sculpts and look at this beautiful boy. This is my from scratch sculpt. They call him Big One, Big Un, avatar of Gork. So this is the orc who grew too large because other orcs were hyping him too much. So they literally manifested his growth. So he like grew into titan proportions. Look how small the skulls on the base are. So he's like this big. And I really enjoyed doing this one. And definitely I will use him as a template for the Chaos Orcs, that's one thing, and second thing, I will build more armor to him. So, look at him. Look how many guns I put in his arm, like the machine gun. It's the father of all machine guns. Minigun, yeah, sure. It's the mini maxi gun. Oh, I forgot, I haven't put it on my Patreon. It's just on Cools, but I will put him in a $5 tier in Patreon, so you can get it for basically $5 along with all other models. So good that you remind me. So guys, if you like him, head over to my Patreon in the afternoon. It will be there. Here it costs €8. Okay, anyway. You need minigun. Hello, stay-at-home wizard. Hello again, and good evening. That's a tough choice. What you propose, like hot wire cutter or a 3D printer. Both are necessary. Both are, in my opinion, essential tools. How much does the Proxon cost now? I am a Proxon guy. My friend who produced like these jigs from Shifting Lens, so he explained me, because he is like engineer, really smart guy, and he explained me why the Proxon is the best, because he has this regulation of a wire, so the wire will last literally longer than any other like competition hot wire cutter, and I have one for like maybe 7-8 years and still rocking. It's a wonderful piece of machinery. Like this was before 3D printer, like getting hot wire cutter was awesome leap in a hobby journey, I have to say. First time I was able to like cut my own bricks and do these, like I would call them more complex structures, and it was amazing feeling. No, I don't like it. Let's start over. If you sculpt from experience, hot wire cutter. Yeah, but both are amazing. I'm looking the Elgo Mars for Ultra Instinct 450. Yeah, I heard that they are good as well. No, Alright. Oh, I don't like how it turned out, so we're gonna start over on this like liquid stuff. Yeah, glad that I can like guys from Australia can watch me. So that's why I will have like two types of streams, like this early day and the evening, so everyone can have like a fair opportunity. But stay at home, Wizard, you mentioned that even the evening streams are good for you because you are like, it's matching, it's aligning with your shift, right? I need the twist to be more in the middle. Something like this, and now I can like make it more gnarly. Bubbly, looking like this gas slash like a raw energy of chaos and warp stone. So for the new, whoever came here new, once my client give me green light, tomorrow evening on the 9 PM stream, we're gonna be sculpting Avatar of Great Horned Rat. So literal Skaven god manifested, and you will see something unique because apparently I will be the only one or the first one who ever tried it. So we're gonna do the Horned Rat. Why is the... What the fuck? Huh. Alright, let's further work on it. Let's try these. So the more twisted bumps or curves. Now I'll smoothen it a bit from here and there. And we ourselves have another raw essence of the Skaven energy, of the energy of chaos. Now let's switch into, save it first. Let's switch into the bricks. Grab ourselves an orb brush and give them nice texture. Okay, it's too low. No, 3, this one is good. Perfect stream time for us. Nice. Oh, you finished the drawing. Nice. Now it's time to color it. Nice. Have fun with that. Guys, how is the availability of foam in Australia? I'm genuinely curious if you can find the XPS foam in there. Because I think you, like in construction, guys are not using that. Am I correct? You guys like don't have winters. Or do you? So what's like the lowest temperature in winter? What you got? Or is it just raining? Or another question, does the temperature drop below 10 Celsius? Because I know that like guys from Asia are writing me that it's almost impossible to get it. Morning's hardware sells 6.4 sheets for. Phew. So 60 times 40 centimeters for $30. Jesus, $30 for one sheet. 60, 40 is like this. Whew. My friend, that's almost triple of what you can get in here. And I'm not even paying for the XPS here. Like there is literally many constructions, like these reconstructions of the apartment complexes, because we are post-communist shithole country, and majority of the apartments here are these like brutalism post-communist or built during the communist era, and now they are like decorating it with like a new facade. It's basically like wrapping the old shit into the nice nice cover. But my point is that they are using like the blue XPS, which the brand is called the Finfoam, and Finfoam is the best XPS. I don't know why they are using it, like they are supplying from Finland, but I literally like going there and asking, and they will give me I have like tons of supplies already. I have in my storage area in my apartment, down here I have like 4 huge packs, like this blue thick one. But I haven't tried this. I'm selling for a cut and printer. It's designed to between studs and walls. I've contacted a few businesses for large sheets, but hard to find. If they are used in constructions, even like in Australia where you live, then try to like drive around and literally like check for constructions, because this is what I was doing. I drove around to walk my dog. Whenever I see like constructions, I went there and asked, and they will always give you offcuts because they are literally throwing them away. Well, I wish there will be a company which will be producing and shipping worldwide for normal prices, because the shipping should not be expensive since the foam is very lightweight material. I don't know why it's not yet. Chest, triceps, back, biceps, legs, shoulder, or chest, back, arms, legs. Well, I highly recommend you to work arms together. This is what I'm doing for many years, more than 12 years. I haven't changed my split in these terms, because like arms do complement each other. So when you get a pump in your biceps, there is some in the triceps, and the blood can circulate very fast between the bicep and tricep, and that means that doing supersets is the best way to make your arms grow. Then my current split is I'm working first shoulders, and then I have chest, but I changed it a bit and I separated the chest. So I have like back with abs and traps. I have shoulders with traps and abs, and I have chest with traps and abs, and plus one whole arm workout with forearm. But you need to find what works best for you, because we are all different and there is not like universal rule for that. Also, the combination of back with bicep is great, because whenever you're pulling, pulling is always like working your biceps, and pushing is always working your triceps. So that's why those splits are good. Yes, the arm day pump feels really good. Yeah, the best pump is an arm day. Our winter Queensland is mild cold with the morning is 3-8 Celsius. It was 1 degree? Well, that is considered winter. It's maybe colder what we had this year in Slovakia. We have snow like for literally 3 days and then nothing. Then it was like above 5 degrees. I didn't even like go for a like ice bath in the lake because it was literally too it wasn't cold, and that literally like lost its effect. Fabian, I sent a DM, maybe I have idea. Yeah, sure. So now I'm like again scraping it, doing these chippings on stone. I noticed that these are low polygon to save the space. Slightly higher than the smaller portal. Because this one will be around 5 to 6 centimeters once it's printed. I'll choose this one. Well, this is a surprise to me. I would never guess that it's like, it can be like really cold in Australia. I know that nights in the desert can be cold, but not that in the main city that it's possible. And what's the temperature of the ocean in the winter? Or right now, just roughly guess. That's made for last Thursday. My best made for. Really? Ahoy, brother, bratku. That's a nice coincidence. Yeah, Australia is like a sick destination for Slovaks. I know a couple of people also who went there for a study and like never came back. And if the shit goes down the drain here, which is very very possible because like the situation is not good is an understatement here in Slovakia. So me and my wife are considering like a plan B. And basically I just want like a peaceful country with like a normal political system. And yeah, Australia is like one of them on the list. But I like it here less and less really in Slovakia. Okay, let's connect them together. It's like the situation here, they are killing the middle class. If you want to run your own like small business, everyone is literally against you, the laws are against you, you have like insane taxes. So basically they're favoring the corporations. The big corporations are like, some of them are even taxed like freed because they told them like we can, if you don't give us like these tax breaks, we are leaving the country. So you know, and you as a small businessman who wants to run your own business, you have no chance. Like everyone is like literally against you. All the laws are against you. Like, you know how long it took me to find like a place for my other studio to rent? So the bureaucracy is insane. It's insane. So what they should do, like what is logical, if you want to run a business, you will support a small local businessman because it's like pumping the local economy. But here no. So if you want like the place to rent for like a normal price, you have to win these competitions which are anonymous. You know how anonymous goes. So if you are not literally like sticking your head in someone's butt, you will not win it. It's insane. All right, let's flatten it. Come and bring your phone. Okay, okay, we have a deal. But listen, if like the shipping in Australia, that's one of the good things about my country, that the shipping is not expensive compared to other countries. So if I want to ship like a sheet of foam which weighs around like what, up to 1 kilo, guess that would cost like 20 euro, 27 euro max. But the whole sheet will then cost you, because these huge sheets, we are talking about 10 centimeter thick sheets, 1.5 meters tall times 1 meter. That's about triple or quadruple size of what you get. It costs around 20 to 25 euro. So for, let's say, 50 euro, shipping included, you have one sheet. But the shipping, if you pack 2 kilos, so there are 2 sheets, it would be 35. So just 7 euro more. So then it's efficient. Then it's efficient. So maybe think about like ordering from Europe, but nobody want to. This is the thing that these big companies, they don't give a shit about us. We are not interested to them if you want to buy like one sheet of foam. Like, they're buying them for this like dozens of large packs, right? This is like what is interesting to them. What resin do you use? I use Elego Grey 2.0. And I was mentioning that in the morning before stream I ordered 10 kilos. They have, right now they have like this discount, so I paid for 10 liters of resin, 10 kilos of resin, $165 and free shipping. So it's a bargain, it's a steal. Can't wait for it to arrive. And I'm only using gray color, no other else. Don't know if you know, but a resin color does heavily affect your printing. So the darker the resin is, the longer exposure time it needs. So it makes sense, but it's something which I had to learn hard way, as everything. So for a test a few years ago, I tried black resin. So I was like, okay, they don't have gray because gray is like the most seeked for obvious reasons. So the gray was out of stock, and I was like, okay, what's the closest to black? Well, white is, I don't like the white color on the fix. So I say, okay, let's try black. So it arrived. I like didn't change the resin settings because it did not occur me that you have to do such thing. And the print failed, and it was back when I did not have GK2. It was on the Anycubic. I was like, what now? Why it failed? So I have to do investigation, and then I found out that, yeah, resin color heavily impact your printing and exposure time. I say, okay, good to know. Yeah, selling foam worldwide. Alright, so let's do a few cracks. See, I was talking and I forgot about it. And now when it's connected, so generally the gray resin is the best, in my opinion. The minis look the best. You can have like the medium exposure time. It's just a pleasure to look at gray minis. I also like it's not orange, it's the beige. I used to get those when the gray was out of stock, and that is okay. You can see the details, you can have slightly even less exposure time. That was fine. But anything else, nope. I was mentioning before, like, I don't understand people who use these translucent resins, besides if you want to literally print transparent minis, or like the effects such as flame and or something, I don't know. So what would make you like print translucent minis? Maybe maybe if you are printing like a big structures. So what is happening? So the resin will not pull inside, and since it's translucent, so once it's curing, it will cure faster and better. Alright, this is the second no-hole we have, and now we have like 30 minutes. So let's think of another piece what we'll do. So tomorrow we're sculpting the horned red, right? Let's check the reference. Meanwhile, what we got? We can maybe draw something from that reference. Now I forgot where I put the reference of those. Here. Okay. So let's check ourselves what we have here. Oh, I wanted to do the plaques. Oh, nice. Okay, with the logo. So we have these pillars which we done yesterday. Now we do the plaques. I like this design of these pillars. But I will do that from foam. Yeah, let's do the pillars. I love it. I've used puzzles for spell effects and CP glass. Yeah, that's the like preferable use. I totally understand that you cannot quite replicate it with the normal resin. But imagine, because even some companies are selling like the resin printed with these like non-magical effects but normal miniatures in this translucent green, and this is something I don't understand. For the green translucent, I guess any cubics like comes with 1 liter of that as a part of the like purchase. So I tried it. I literally learned on it to print, and what drives me mad was like details were not visible properly. What were we about to do? Oh, the plaque. Okay. Right. So let's start with deleting these. Okay. No. Let's do some decorations on it. Yeah, that's... So they yellowed? Really? Yeah, some of the white resin, when I was testing, some of those yellowed for some reason, but yeah, I think you're right, it's about the overcuring. How to say? So let's put this here. Let's do the thin stripes in here. What's going on? Okay, expand it. Sorry, extrude it. No, make it pointy. Okay, this will work. This will work. We're gonna bevel that more. Okay, this one is fine. Also bevel. Oh, not now. So let's duplicate this. Something like this. Rotate, so they're not alike. Now rotate by 90 degrees. Shorten it. What the hell now? Something like this. Now rotate but 180. So we have nice frame. And I'm thinking of like making a skulls there. I've heard that you can treat the surface with other stuff, solvents or polishing. I don't know how it works with very detailed models. It works with smooth surfaces, so when you are doing like resin pours on dioramas and such. So when you sand it and then when you like cover it with either thinner like a streak of resin or varnish, it will smoothen out, but I don't know how it works with detailed models. I guess it won't work, but don't. I don't know. I never tried. Okay, let's put 2 cylinders there. Something like this. And both of these needs to be further pushed here. Let's make damage on this piece. Something like this. Yeah, this works. Apply. Now, I have to delete it and do it all over again. Let's make cylinder with at least 320 of of our side, so it's smooth like this. Nice. Okay. This might work. Yeah. Apply. So let's put it in all four corners. And we have ourselves a nice plaque template. Okay. And this is kind of uneven. So move this here. Alright. I would prefer this to be thinner a bit. So something like this. All of these little cylinders will go a bit inside. Let's save it. Now let's damage the big plaque. No, it's too much. That's too much. Okay, this works. Let's enlarge it for a little bit. Now apply this change, now enlarge it. Just a teeny tiny bit. Okay, this works. Now let's merge them all together. Boom, nice, okay. And we have ourselves a nice plaque template. So let me save it. Into WordPress. Okay, and let's fetch our Skaven mark in here and so this, once it's printed, I will recast them in silicone and then in plaster. I will make a mold and recast them. So I will not burden the printer and I will save some money on material. Okay, this looks nice. And how about making some weird Skaven patterns? Now that's nice. So first texture it with orb brush, so give it a nice stone texture and multiply the polygons. And then we're gonna imprint some nice architecture patterns there. That should do it, I guess. That should do it. Alright, let's duplicate it so we can like build from this. And now let's choose some nice brush with some nice patterns. I think we're gonna use our spiral brush for this to make a nice background. I'm searching now for the spiral brush. Should be somewhere here. Or maybe try this one. No. Spiral will be better. Hey, here. So something like this. Literally overdo it with these weird spirals. Yes. Now we connect these Skaven mark. I will put them together. Let me check if it's like joined properly. It is. Cool. So now give it the texture again. And then we're gonna break it and texture it, like damage it further. Furthermore. So we have ourselves like a basic Skaven black. Duplicate it. And work on the damage now. So where is our chipping brush here? It's too much. Maybe more like this. And now start breaking it apart, literally. I'll switch the brush with this one. Now this can be done in great details, because once I will be recasting them, the silicone will take all the details very well. Uh-oh. I forgot to select front faces only, and that's why it went out on the other side, and it was not supposed to happen, but now it's clear. Now it's clean. Okay, this is cool. Now go into cracks. And let's break it down. Let's crack it a bit. Again, forgot to select front faces only, but now it's fixed. This. And then once I will be recasting it, the plaster will crack on its own. So all the patterns will be random. Something like this. Okay, cool. While it's done, now let's do something similar on this one. So save it first. Spirals looks amazing. Oh, thank you. One play once I built everything. Well, I encourage you, brother, to start sculpting, because yeah, when it comes to terrain or even miniatures, there is no limits what you can do for your army. So go ahead. Now switch into something like this. This is too deep. No, it's okay. And let's make this one with this brush, so it will be beaten up really badly on this side, on here as well, here, and let's take the cracks and crack it from here and choose a different pattern like this one. All right. Okay. Okay, let's save these two. Into here. So I will show you what we've done. Wait a second. Terrain, scale terrain, scale flags. I need to learn how to do a proper preview in Blender. This is something which I don't know how to do. I saw people having awesome like preview mechanisms in the Blender. So these will be printed and recasted and like placed all over the terrain. And now let me check if Genie can. I'll generate no, okay, forget it. Because I was thinking here to make on another one without this Skaven logo, so we have something different. Some skulls decorating. So I will do similar thing with Nurgle, because I want to have one for Nurgle set. And what else we can do here? Let me check if I have skulls No. Later I'm planning to do some skulls, like decorated on this, so imagine this plaque to be full of skulls. Alright. So guys, I guess that's it for today. Let's check our no holes. And remind ourselves what we did. Skaven terrain. So let's do a quick check what we have so far. So we have this no hole here. Almost finished the drawing. Well, that's fast. So this is the medium portal. This is the slow one. Small one. Then this is the pillar which we done yesterday. This is the tall pillar which we done yesterday. This is another one. This is the short one, and these are the plaques. So this is what we have so far. And tomorrow evening, I hope everyone will join me, and we will do sculpting of the Grain Horde Rat, both a miniature on itself and a statue. So I hope we will do something amazing. So guys, thank you very much all who've been here. I'm gonna get something for lunch, and we continue tomorrow. So again, guys, have a good one. Thank you. See you. Bye.